Thank you guys for tuning in to Life's Tea with Elle. This webisode today is going to be about self-esteem. As you can see, I'm in my natural state, my most natural state. I'm getting ready for bed soon, and honestly, this week I almost didn't make a show. Um, and I'm being real, my most honest self, in my most honest state. This week was very rough for me, and I'm not gonna elaborate because that would be like a whole nother show. However, the point that I'm trying to make is that um, a lot of times in life we allow things to take us off track. The devil is always busy, and a lot of times we lose sight of the things that are most important or the things that we value the most. And as I see that, what I'm doing is a platform for others, not only a platform for others, but it's helping people, genuinely helping people. I've been getting feedback, I've been getting people write me, people ask me questions, um, people that I don't even really know like that have been reaching out to me, and I've been talking to them. And I don't believe that the things that I've gone through in life happened to me for no reason. I believe that this is what I was intended to do, which is make these videos and talk to you guys about real life stuff that's happening, because sometimes, well, most of the time, people don't feel comfortable with speaking on things that have happened, or people are afraid to mention the things that they've gone through, or they feel ashamed, or they feel like no one else is going through what they're going through. And so I'm here to do that. So with that being said, I look like this because I really was just kind of like in a place where I didn't want to do it. However, I found the strength to do this week because I have people who have been hitting me up asking me, am I doing a show this week, or just saying how excited they are, and they're ready for Thursday to come so that they can see what the next topic is going to be about. And I refuse to let you guys down based on what I'm going through in my life, and I know that it's only the enemy trying to distract me from doing this, because this is great. So with that being said, we're going to talk about self-esteem. And I feel like, and excuse me, because this might be all over the place, because then again, my headspace is not correct right now. However, self-esteem can really get you in a world of trouble. It can affect things like you not performing your best, whether it be job, school, if you're an athlete during a game, whatever it is you do. If it's a situation where you have to perform, lacking self-esteem, although you might be really excellent at what you do, your mind plays a huge part of playing tricks on you and causing for things to look away or a certain way that they're actually not. So other people can see, how valuable you are, see your strengths, see how great you are. But a lot of times, because you're lacking self-esteem, it can hinder you from performing your best. And then this might sound, a little weird, but lacking self-esteem can also cause you to miss out on your blessings. And this goes back to, my self series, which is self-love, self-worth, and then self-encouragement. If you lack self-esteem, then you're unable to self-encourage yourself, which instead of you encouraging yourself, you're doing the opposite, which is putting doubt in your mind, which is then allowing you to then possibly miss out on blessings that are there for you because you're afraid, based on the fact that you don't think that you're good enough to deserve these things that God is trying to give you. So self-esteem is key. Feelings of regret then come, because guess what? Now you talked yourself out of doing something that you knew that could have potentially been something great, something that could have changed your life. And you know, you or say for instance, if you did something where you were stuck in a relationship or surrounding yourself around people in which you know weren't good for you, then later on in life, guess what? Now you're regretting that you wasted so much of your time dealing with this certain person because you lacked self-esteem back then, but maybe you have it now, but you see how much further you could have been, but it's too late. You know what I mean? Because that time is gone. Like, we can always make money back. We can always repair relationships. We can always buy some clothes back, buy some shoes back. But one thing we can never get back is time. Don't forget that. And self-esteem, lacking self-esteem can have you in bad relationships too. Or can cause a good relationship to go bad. Because if your partner has self-esteem and you don't, you're looking for them to then always constantly remind you of how beautiful you are, how great you are. And you know, on the flip side, your partner who does have self-esteem and they're constantly feeling like they have to uplift you, that is draining. That is putting a damper on your relationship. Or because you lack self-esteem, now you're insecure. And your partner could be the greatest partner in the world, but you're always thinking that they're doing something because you lack self-esteem. Because you're insecure about yourself. So now you got your partner thinking there's something wrong with you and you're crazy because you haven't gotten yourself all the way together. Helping others pursue their dreams and forgetting your own. This is one of the things that I used to do. When it was a situation where I was lacking self-worth and self-love and didn't even realize it. But I realized that I enjoyed, and not even just so much of lacking self-love and self-worth, because I did do those things. However, I also didn't like to think about my life and my situations because there was hurt and things that I was dealing with that I wasn't willing to express, get out, and or let go. So to distract me from thinking about those things, I was more focused on helping other people because I didn't really love myself or my situation at that time. So I was like, okay, well, let me focus on helping this friend, that friend, this boyfriend. I'll help him do this and that and the third. Meanwhile, once you begin to gain that self-love, self-respect, self-worth, you get your self-esteem back and you like, dang, years done went by, time done went by. I ain't did nothing for myself. But then you then feel used because you done help this person, their mama, their sister, your boyfriend, your cousin, everybody else get their life together and your life upside down. They done moved on and you still stuck in the same place stagnant because you lack self-esteem, you lack self-worth, you lack self-love, you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing for yourself. And what we have to remember is we're our biggest critic, but at the end of the day, we are the only people who can help ourselves get to where we need to be. We are the only people who genuinely know exactly what we need and what we want. And you know you better than anybody else does. So at the end of the day, you are responsible for you. You have to make things happen for you. Okay? And then also one of the biggest things is forgetting who you are when you lack self-esteem. So now you don't know who you are or what you like or what you desire because you're so busy trying to downplay yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not cute enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm too tall. My feet too big. My feet too small. My butt ain't big enough. My breasts ain't big enough. You know, all the things that we tell ourselves that sometimes can be true, but you make it to be a flaw when all of you was made the way that it was made for a reason. Love yourself the way you are. Love who you are as a person. And if there are things that you don't like about yourself, then that's when you need to, it's time to work on those things. It's time to say, okay, self, you know, I love you and everything. However, you do this one particular thing that I don't like. So let's try to work on that. Right? So what we need to do is dig down to the root of the issue. You know, find out what caused you to lack self-esteem in the first place so you can reverse it. So you can tackle those emotions, tackle those feelings, and find out what exactly brought you to the point of feeling like you weren't worthy. What brought you to the point of feeling like I'm not good enough? Was it something somebody said? Was it something somebody did to you? Was it something that you just made up in your mind and told yourself? Were you bullied? Because at the end of the day, what other people think about you doesn't really matter. It's about what you think about yourself and what you know about yourself. Now, if somebody is calling you out on something that you know you ain't doing too right, or something that you done messed up on, or they telling the truth, then that's one thing, and that's when you go in and you fix those issues. You have the ability, this is what I tell people all the time. We have the ability to change ourselves. We can't change nobody else. And that's going to be another show. I'm not even going to go there tonight because I'm supposed to be going to bed in a little while. I'm not trying to get hyped. But the point is, we only have control over us. I don't have control over what Kiki do. I don't have control over what Keisha do. I don't have control over what Sharita do. I don't have control over what Maxwell do, Michael do. I'm just naming random people, but that's my point. My point is that we have the power, and I emphasize the word power. We have the power to change us. We have the power to change our situation. We have the power to change our mindset and put ourselves in a different space so that we can be who we want to be, get further in life, break those bad habits, break that bad self-esteem, self-encourage yourself, love yourself, know your worth. Forget about, no, I'm not saying forget about what happened in the past, because don't forget it. Use it to encourage you to get further in your future. Address it. Address it. Conquer it. Move on to the next issue. Address it, conquer it, and then move on to success. Move on to your future. Move on to the greater you. Every day you wake up in the morning, there's an opportunity to become a greater you. And a lot of times we can't do that, and we're stuck in that space. We're stuck being stagnant because we don't know how to self-encourage, A. And B, we don't have somebody reminding us that it's just that easy. It's like, life is so hard, you know, it's too much, it's stressful. Yes, it's all of those things. However, we have the power to change our situations, change our thoughts, change the way we feel by putting yourself on a daily regimen and really loving yourself and showing you that you love you. Do stuff for yourself. Be a little selfish, you know. I had a friend had to tell me that yesterday. It's time for you to be selfish. It's time for you to do things for yourself. And I was like, you're right, but it's hard because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. But am I going to work on it? Am I going to encourage myself? Am I going to try? Yes, I am. But I'm a mother of 3 children who need me. It's difficult for me to be selfish when my main priority is them. But guess what? Am I going to try? I am. I'm going to try. Because I know in the midst of being a mom, in the midst of living life, it's easy to fall off track. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to lose sight of what's important. It's easy to forget about yourself. It's easy to lose yourself when you're living and you know everything is so busy. Life is so busy. You're doing this, you're doing that. Sometimes we got to put something on the back burner to give us enough time to compensate for the other tasks that we have on a daily basis and in life. If I'm, taking care of my 3 kids, taking them to school, picking them up, breakfast, dinner, lunch, packing the lunch, picking them up, taking them to extracurricular activities, I got the baby, trying to work and make my own money, in addition to grocery shopping, regular everyday stuff, then making sure we have some extracurricular activities going on so that the kids are, staying active and doing more things. It begins to be a lot. So I can see how, it's easy to lose sight of the things that are important. But at the end of the day, we have to stay encouraged and you have to have self-esteem. Can't lack self-esteem and think that you're going to succeed in anything. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who gonna believe in you? When you go into an interview and you nervous and you jittery and and you might know everything that you're supposed to say but you don't say it, do you think they're gonna feel confident in you? Do you think that the people who are hiring you gonna be like, okay, yeah, I want her, the timid one, the one who was insecure? No. they gonna be like, next. At the end of the day, I don't think we realize the importance of self-esteem. It's important. And on that note, I'm going to go to bed because I have to be up very early. I have some very important things going on tomorrow. But I hope that this helped a little bit. And I thank you guys for watching again. I thank you guys who subscribed. I thank you guys who liked the videos. I thank you guys who are sharing the videos. And I thank you guys for giving me such beautiful feedback. And I hope you guys continue to watch, and I hope you guys are gaining something from this. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the videos. And thank you for tuning in to Life's Tea.